Cholesterol has been given a bad rap over the years. The sugar industry, in particular, has gone to very long lengths to paint cholesterol and fat as the bad guys. However, the truth is, your body needs fat and it needs cholesterol in order to survive. What you need to know is that there are two types of cholesterol, HDL and LDL. HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, absorbs excess cholesterol in your bloodstream and carries it back to the liver. Your liver then flushes it from the body. HDL is also very important because it helps protect your nerves, creates healthy cells, and supports the health of your hormones. Your body needs both HDL and LDL, but if it gets too little HDL cholesterol, then you have an increased risk of cancer, stroke, and more. So it's no wonder the rates of cancer and strokes have gone up during a generation where people focused too much on consuming low fat. Now, it's really important to also point out that too much LDL cholesterol is associated with increased risk of heart disease, stroke, unbalanced hormones, and more. This is because LDL cholesterol collects in the walls of your blood vessels, which can lead to long-term health problems like heart attack or stroke. And diabetics in particular should be concerned about this, because while they generally have good levels of HDL cholesterol, they tend to have far higher LDL cholesterol levels and higher triglyceride levels than the general population. Cholesterol can be confusing for some because it's so important not to throw out the HDL, the good cholesterol, but your body still does need a little bit of the LDL cholesterol, just not very much. So, with all that said, in this video we're going to look at the 5 worst foods for high LDL cholesterol, the kind you don't want too much of. But first, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Heart Disease Code channel to keep up to date with the latest ways to fight back against cardiovascular disease. First up on our list is worst food number 5, white bread, traditional pastas, and white rice. Okay, so technically these are 3 foods, but they all have similar effects on the body and are all considered white menaces. With so much emphasis on avoiding saturated fats for healthy cholesterol, we often forget about carbohydrates and how they contribute to our cardiovascular health. While there are some heart-healthy carbohydrates that have been studied for their ability to regulate cholesterol levels, like oats, carbohydrates that are considered to be high on the glycemic index can be detrimental for our health. High GI foods like processed grains, traditional pasta, and white bread cause our blood sugar levels to rise rapidly after we consume them. This spike in blood sugar causes our insulin to rise, which leads to an increase in our LDL cholesterol. Along with increasing cholesterol, high glycemic diets have been shown in studies to lead to increased visceral fat and the reduced clearance of triglycerides. Eating a diet rich in fiber is one of the best things you can do to support healthy cholesterol levels. In fact, one study found that the regular consumption of soluble fiber has the ability to reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 10%. One easy way to support healthy cholesterol levels is to avoid these processed, high GI carbohydrates and instead focus on fiber-rich foods. High fiber foods are also good for your digestive system and can help lower the risk of other GI diseases, such as colon cancer. Next on our list of the worst foods for high cholesterol is number 4, coconut oil, palm oil, and butter. Fat is an essential macronutrient that plays a role in many important functions within the body. There are 3 main types of fat: saturated, unsaturated, and trans fats. Most saturated fats come from animal sources like meat and dairy products, while other plant-based sources of saturated fats include coconut and palm oil. Saturated fats are characterized by the way they turn solid at room temperature, and research shows that these types of fats can cause problems with our cholesterol levels and increase our risk of developing heart disease. In fact, the American Heart Association recommends that our intake of saturated fats should be limited to around 5 to 6% of our daily calories. This is because these types of fats have been shown to increase risk factors for heart disease like increased LDL cholesterol and apolipoprotein B. If you're concerned about your cholesterol levels, you may want to reduce your consumption of foods like coconut oil, palm oil, and butter to reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease. Choose healthier oils when you can. These days, healthier options have become more and more available. Next on our list is a food you probably already know isn't good for you, but you may not know why. Number 3. French fries and other deep-fried foods. Deep-fried foods, like French fries, are extremely calorie-dense and severely lacking in nutrition. Not only is it soaked in oil, French fries are also high in low-fiber carbohydrates. The deep frying process strips the food of nutrition while adding excess calories from the oil they are fried in. When oils are cooked at the high temperatures necessary for deep frying, their trans fat content actually increases. While there are other naturally occurring trans fats in foods like dairy products that don't have the same impact on our health, the trans fats found in deep-fried foods have been linked to obesity and heart disease. Observational studies show that the consumption of trans fats from natural or industrial sources can increase LDL cholesterol, decrease HDL cholesterol, and as a result, lead to coronary heart disease and even cause mortality. Several intervention studies have revealed that if trans fat makes up as little as 4 to 6% of your daily calories, it's still enough to cause elevated LDL cholesterol. If you want healthy cholesterol levels, reducing your consumption of deep-fried foods is a good place to start. Okay, next on our list of the top 5 foods that dangerously increase your cholesterol is probably one of the unhealthiest drinks in the world. But before we move on, could you do me a favor and like this video, ring the bell for future notifications, and make sure to subscribe to the Heart Disease Code channel. It would be great if you could share this video and help spread the word about natural health remedies. And if you'd like to learn more about improving your heart health, then why not download our free ebook, The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol. Plus, if you'd really like to understand the full picture for fighting and preventing heart disease, check out episode 1 of The Untold Story of Heart Disease documentary series. Both gifts are free and waiting for you now. Just click the link in the description below. Worst food number 2. High sugar sodas. When we think of foods that increase cholesterol, we often think of foods rich in both saturated and trans fats. While this is mainly the case, you may be surprised to know that sugar can be just as harmful to our cholesterol levels. We have demonized fats for so long, and we seem to have forgotten that it can be just as bad, if not worse. When consumed in excess, added sugars can be detrimental for our health. Research has revealed that those who consume more added sugars have higher triglycerides and lower HDL cholesterol, which is our good cholesterol that works to remove our LDL cholesterol, which is our bad cholesterol. Along with disrupting our cholesterol levels, consuming excess sugar in the form of sugar-sweetened beverages has also been linked to atherosclerosis, or narrowing of the blood vessels. One study even revealed that among 30,000 participants, those who consumed 17 to 21% of their calories from added sugar increased their risk of dying from heart disease by 38%. The American Heart Association recommends that women get less than 100 of their daily calories from added sugar, and men no more than 150 calories. This is the equivalent to 6 to 9 teaspoons of sugar per day. Since a typical can of soda contains between 29 to 40 grams of sugar, the equivalent of 7 to 10 teaspoons, this recommendation is unfortunately significantly less than what most Americans are consuming each day. Along with increasing our risk of heart disease and providing no nutritional value, many studies conclude the consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages, like sodas, largely contribute to the diabetes epidemic. As much as possible, avoid sugary drinks. Opt for plain water instead, or if you want the carbonation, go for soda water instead. Now we've reached our number 1 worst food for high cholesterol. Number 1. Cured meats, including bacon. Cured or processed meats have been preserved by methods like drying, smoking, and salting to increase the shelf life and enhance the taste. These meats include the likes of sausages, bacon, ham, beef jerky, and salami. Although tasty, the process in preserving these meats has been linked with heart disease and even cancer. The chemical compounds that are added during the curing process are believed to be responsible for many of the adverse health effects of consuming processed meats. Nitrate is a common additive in cured meats, and although this compound is found in many fresh vegetables, the kind added to cured meats causes some serious damage to our health. These nitrates have the ability to form into nitrosamines when exposed to high temperatures, which have been identified as harmful compounds that contribute to serious diseases like bowel cancer. The free radical damage that occurs when cured meats are heated at high temperatures is what contributes to oxidized LDL cholesterol. This is when our bad cholesterol becomes reactive, which promotes the development of atherosclerosis. One analysis found that a higher consumption of cured meats was associated with a 30% increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Steering clear of cured meats will help you reduce your exposure to damaging additives and chemicals that contribute to the onset of many diseases. Okay, that concludes our video today. Thanks for tuning in. So now we'd like to know, what was one thing that you've learned from today's video? What's your favorite way to support healthy cholesterol levels? Please comment below, and don't forget to claim both of your free gifts by clicking the link in the description below. And before you go, please consider subscribing to our channel. It's our mission to bring you the best tips and tricks to help you fight heart disease. Thanks for watching.